is going on, guys? We are coming to you live from the great state of Florida, the Sunshine State. And tonight we want to talk to you guys about what has happened in this Florida Senate and House yesterday. They passed the law, and many of you know about it. You heard about it if you saw or watched the news. It was passed in the Senate and the House. It is now on its way to the governor's desk, and we must do everything we can to get his attention and let him know to veto this bill. So tonight we want to talk about that. We want you guys to join us, and we want you to be a part of this tonight. I got a good friend and someone who's in the Florida solar market. He's a big name. Don't get too crazy when he comes on here, guys. He ain't got time for autographs. We got time to do business and business only. My man, Herschel, what's going on? All the way
What's
from
up?
Florida, man.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man. Glad to have you on here, man. I know you probably feel the same about what's happening here in Florida, man. Florida solar is under attack, man. What you got to say about it?
It's ridiculous, man. Obviously, the only people who are winning in this are the power companies. So this sucks. It seems like they're doing it over in California too. They're doing it here. Power companies are trying to push back on their only competition, which is solar.
Yes, absolutely. And listen, guys, there's still a chance we can stop this and get the attention of the governor. I mean, he is a populist type governor. He's one that's probably thinking about reelection. So if we can get enough noise in his ear, it's very well possible he can veto this. I mean, I just want to tell you this, Herschel, this is going to affect jobs if this bill passes. And I don't want to be a guy who incites fear or anything like that, because we'll find a way. We're entrepreneurs. But why should we find a way when it's about greedy utility companies, man? What do you got to say about that?
Right. I mean, you should have the right to choose who your power company is. It's not really, America is not about being a monopoly and the government intervening and stopping small businesses from being able to flourish. The entire country is carried on the backs of small businesses. And this is going to hurt everybody that's probably going to watch in or tune that's in the solar industry. I mean, and then obviously, as it continues to, this wouldn't be good to have. Why would you tax somebody for going solar? It's already hard enough to save the customers money and for them to see a significant savings to justify the switch to green energy. Shouldn't make it any harder for people to go solar.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, guys. What you guys may or may not know, this bill actually attacks even people who don't go solar, especially low income areas. So this is a tax across the board, not just solar customers. So this is a way to get more fees in their pockets to recoup what they claim and they're crying about losing when it comes to net metering. And at the end of the day, having these guys made enough money already. I mean, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is give people diversity and more options, alternative power solutions, which is solar, which is being adopted throughout the United States and the world. This is not nothing new. And a good friend of mine said to me today, he said, I need you to ask everybody this. Are we still living in 1880?
Right.
Because this is what everybody trying to operate out of, 1880. We got some people in the comments, but go ahead, Herschel. Tell us what you think about everything that's going on.
Yeah, no, personally, I think it's ridiculous that they're trying to slow us down from getting people solar. It's obviously FPL that's the biggest one that's really pushing to try and to shut us down. It's unfortunate that the government seems to be ran by who's your friend rather than like what's good for the actual people. There's no reason to allow these electric companies that are already making so much money to monopolize the market. People should have a freedom of choice to be able to go solar and to choose that, that energy option, especially for the fact that, not losing power down an outage or something like that's important to you or whatever the issues. You shouldn't be penalized for doing the right thing.
Yeah. And someone made a comment that we, the solar industry, just will have to make the adjustments. How about the utility companies? Can they not make an adjustment? Can they not afford to adjust to what the times have asked us to do? I mean, we gotta bear all the adjustments. No, this is an adjustment for us so we can be able to have alternative sources of power. And it's unbelievable how some of these so-called people who represent the people want to push this bill, because at the end of the day, they've been wined and dined. They got droves of teams of people from Tampa Electric, Florida Light and Power, all the big name hitters up there. They're whining and dining them. They got teams up there, Herschel. I wish I had that gig, man. Just go
The
up there and
lobbyists.
dine people.
The
That's a good
lobbyists,
gig.
man.
Yeah, man. And so here they are trying to turn things around on us.
Yeah, the same people wanting to dump sewage into lakes. These are always, why would you do that? Well, because it was really good for whoever was promoting the idea to go the other way. And then in general, most people are not very interested in the news and anything else. So that's how the lobbyists go. The people with the actual power are making all their deals behind closed doors. And then we're not really finding out about it. Nobody's actually, who would not want the option to go solar? Who would want it to cost more money just because you wanted to go solar? It's absolutely ridiculous to penalize anybody. It should become easier. It should be more affordable. And I mean, it's ridiculous to say that the solar companies should readjust. There's enough of them going out of business. I haven't seen FPL go out of business yet, or Tico, or any of those guys. They just get handed all of their customers on a silver platter, while all of us have to go out and hustle for ours and try to make it so that the people can actually save some money and own their power and own the energy. Instead, FPL and all the other ones are basically trying to monopolize so that they can just make sure that they no longer have to compete with solar, which is tough enough to compete in this market anyway.
Right. Well, guys, listen, I didn't want to come on here just to show face, and I'm sure Herschel didn't want to do the same thing. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to band together. I don't care if you're a quote unquote competition when it comes to selling a deal. Today, we got to unite. Today, this week, this next couple of days, weeks, we got to unite, because at the end of the day, man, it's one thing for a guy to steal a deal from me out of my pocket, but it's another thing for a whole industry to be affected, and families to be affected, and jobs to be taken away. And so at the end of the day, we got to do something about us, and we have an opportunity here. So I'm going to put this on the bottom of the screen. Go to this website, veto741.com. It's a quick little website we put together so you know exactly what's going on. You can actually email the governor and tell him to veto this bill. There's a chance he still vetoes this bill. Do not give up hope, guys. Go to that website. It'll take a minute of your time to fill out the form and email. I don't get any of the information. It's just a way for you to click real quick and go and give him an email saying, hey, we do not want this bill to come and tax solar customers and any customer that has utility. This is what we stand for. In 2016, the people stood up and they went against the utilities then. And I believe we can do the same. We got to push this big time.
100%.
So go to that website, guys. Also, if you're a solar entrepreneur in the Florida market or anywhere near the Florida market, as far as Central Florida is concerned, we have a press conference planned for Friday at 11 a.m. I have contacted, me and some of my team members have contacted media outlets, both on TV, radio, and newspaper, to come and be a part of a press conference. I don't care who you are, what company you're a part of, come join us. If you can reach out to me, you can get a chance to even speak and share how this may affect you if this bill gets passed. We want to hear from you guys. We have to unite. We have to have a strong presence. If you reach out to me, I will give you the information of where we're meeting. We'll be meeting in Lakeland, Florida, at 11 o'clock Friday. This Friday, guys. And so I hope Herschel can be there and others that we're reaching out to, so you guys can band with us and let people know, Mr. Governor, we don't want this bill. This bill is not good for the people of Florida. This bill is a job killer. It's 40,000 jobs that are on the line here, and many more homes that will be impacted. I mean, I hate to be sensationalist, Herschel, but I mean, this is in the middle of where we're going to probably see $6-7 gas prices here, and now they're going to take on solar as well.
Oh my God, they're knocking us from every single end. I mean, the state of everything right now on the economy is not in my favor. I'm definitely not enjoying what's going on right now with how everything's moving. I mean, it's pretty predictable that this is all happening right now. I mean, this you've been seeing a mile away. Right now, gas is at I think it's $5 a gallon when I was getting premium today. So, everybody's going to be needing to switch to electric cars and solar, and now they're just making it even harder to go solar. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And batteries have not come down enough for it to be feasible for a lot of people. As we know, it's been promised to us for years, and it's still, batteries are extremely high. So unless you have the pretty penny, it's going to be tough for you to make that switch to solar financially.
Right.
because of these new taxes they have put in place. This bill is not a favorable bill for the people of Florida. If you own your home, even if you rent
No.
your home, because you're going to be paying more electric, because this is what utility companies do. They have saw the adoption of solar and the loss of money, and they started boohooing and crying. That's what happened. And now they want people to change it, and that's where they went and lobbying it. So we gotta do something here. I think we can do something. Herschel, I don't know about you, but we just got to band together. No matter who's who, what we've done. No matter at the end of the day, Florida solar is under attack,
Right.
and we need to go and let the governor know, hey, listen, we don't want this bill. We don't want it. This is something the utility companies want. We don't want it. They
Right.
make
Why would we want this?
no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all in for the utility. The utility companies are the ones pushing this, obviously, with their, with their money. So,
And don't you find it interesting that it's kind of hid behind some other bills that were more popular, like the classroom bill that they talked about with the gender identification, and now it's hiding behind the gas prices hike and, of course, the Russia deal. I mean, this thing is kind of snuck underneath the radar. Unless you're in solar, you really don't know what's going on. And so we got to get our voices together, guys. If you're in Florida
right.
and you're in solar, I don't care if you're an installer, a permit runner, I don't care if you're an inspector. I don't care if you're a salesperson, a door person, or a solar owner. You need to band with us so we can have a voice that unites and lets this governor know we don't want this bill. It's going to hurt us. It's definitely going to hurt our pocket. It's definitely going to hurt our families. It's this economy is not favorable right now. It's starting to go the other way. We got to turn this around. So I'm a believer, man. If we come together, we can make this happen. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Why don't you go over, Frank? What's going to happen with the bill?
Well, the bill is basically a tax in some forms and shapes of the way it's worded, and the actual bill will actually have a fee involved now when you have a new meter, which we all know when you go solar, you got to get a new meter in most cases because the new meters are outdated. And when you get that new meter, it used to be included, right? Now it's not going to be included. You're going to be paying for that. And addition, according to the language that I'm reading, all right, it's actually going to be taxed to everyone, including those who don't have solar, and some sort of fee across the board. They're going to have that ability. The other thing it does too, Herschel, it doesn't give the full credit anymore. They can reduce the credit down. So your credits that you used to get are not going to be where they used to be. They're going to reduce it down. That gives them that leverage to reduce the credit down. And so now it's just about now they can take more control of the solar being installed and how much it produces and how much they pay out. And therefore, we're going to have to compensate, right? The only way to compensate in most cases is battery backup, more panels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we all know, look, we're trying to go solar. It doesn't mean we want thousands of panels on a roof, right? It doesn't mean we necessarily need batteries. And in some cases we don't. And so why have batteries and spend way more money when the whole point was to save money?
Right.
So yeah, that's what the language shows there. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna actually name some people here. Name drop. And this bill was sponsored by Senator Jennifer Bradley and Representative Lawrence McClure. They're both Republicans, and don't get me wrong, I'm not here to say Republican or Democrat. Both of these guys definitely are the ones who back this bill. And here's the thing that most people are saying. The claim by the utility companies is that customers who didn't have solar were having to pay extra for those who did have solar. But here's the thing, Herschel, man. They never brought any evidence proving that. Not one time. And people have asked that for months now. Hey, where is this evidence, this paper trail of proving that non-solar customers are actually paying more because of customers who have solar, and they never brought it to the table. There's no evidence of it, and it's kind of a little slime job, man. That's what it is.
Right.
So, guys, if you're in the comments, let us know what you think. If you're in Florida, if you can show up Friday, 11 o'clock, Lakeland, reach out to us. Let us know if you can be here. Even if you can be here for 20, 30 minutes, show your face. If you represent a company If you're a worker, installer, we want to hear from you. Even if you know some homeowners who are looking to go solar or went solar, we're going to actually be standing in front of a customer who went solar here in Lakeland, so that it can be a good visual for the people that watch. And we're hoping that we get the major news stations here so everybody can see this. And it'll be a good opportunity for you if you have a company or whatnot. But also, more importantly, it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to let our voice be heard by the governor. We need to let him know we don't want this thing, man. Go to that website, veto7441.com, and let's get together and make it happen, man. Herschel, what you got going on? What's new for you, man? I don't want to just be all about the news. What's going on? What's new? What's fresh? I see you've been doing new videos in your group, man. Looking like a GQ like you are.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, no, it's cool. I'll be speaking at SolarCon next month. That'll be nice. Just
Awesome,
been out
man.
here doing the home improvement sales and helping other people do their home improvement sales.
Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you what made you think about getting into more videos. I know that you've been setting it up, been putting on the suit, been looking nice, been looking sharp.
Yeah, I've been helping other companies, automate and do a lot of their processes for getting leads and getting people to work. So just want something so people can see what I'm about whenever they go look me up and investigate a little bit more about me. I want to put more content out and start adding more value to my group and to the people that are a part of it, so they can, anybody, especially the new people. We're getting about probably 10 to 30 organic members coming in a day. So I'd like to get those people something to go see whenever they come in.
Awesome, man. And if you guys are not a part of his group is Solar Mastermind on Facebook. And I think you got what, 3,000-4,000 people in there now?
Yeah, getting close to 4, getting close.
Yeah, man. That's great, man. You got a great audience, great group of people. I'm in that group as well. And you've been laying down the videos. So what got you into solar, man? I know you had we've talked before. You were an entrepreneur in other areas. What made you make that switch and jump over here?
Yeah, so I own a water treatment company here in Florida. We still do business. And during COVID, I guess all the finance companies got scared. So basically, financing a water system became really small. And I'd sold one solar deal, and I'd been flirting with the idea of doing it. And so then COVID happened. So I was like, I'll just do solar. And then I just got into it, just started going door to door and selling solar. And it was super cool.
Yeah, man.
Still like water, still have that going on. It eventually came back, and then now we just do water, solar, and and help other people do basically water and solar.
Now, do you kind of fly solo, or you got a team going on? What's your setup?
Yeah, I got a couple people working with me. It's pretty great. Not
Cool,
too bad. We're not super big.
Yeah, got to keep it real manageable, right?
Right. No, I want to be gigantic, but I got some good people. Right. I'd rather have what is it? 5 morons doesn't equal 1 genius.
That's right. That's right, man. That's for sure. For sure. Well, listen, guys, if you're watching here, we don't want to be on here too long, but we just want to share. Go to the website, veto741.com, and send Governor DeSantis a email so that you can tell him we don't want this bill. If you can make out to the press conference on Friday at 11, shoot me a DM or a comment, and I will reach out to you if you're interested. Bring your owner. If you're not the owner, bring an installer. Bring people that will be effective if this bill gets signed. And I'm telling you, we need to take this serious. This is not a joke. This is not a game. I know we can rebound and overcome anything because we're like that. Herschel, you're an entrepreneur. You know how to adjust. If you're a real entrepreneur, you know how to make adjustments. But this is an adjustment we don't need to make, man. This is something that should. This is going back in reverse.
Installers, owners, permit, right? All these people are going to be seriously affected when it comes to jobs. Now, let's be real. Half of you solar reps, you guys won't be affected. Y'all weren't selling anything anyway. But a lot of us will be. Okay.
Yeah. So for sure. Yeah. If you care anything about the end user or your company or your business or your job, or you have any kind of idea of being in solar, you need to be out there. You need to make your voice heard, because we need to make a presence, man. And so that's the only way to really get these guys to pay attention. And I think if we do, man, we might be able to turn this thing around in our favor. And then we can say, hey, look, California, this is an example. Get together, band together. They might have to have us fly out, Herschel, and tell them how to do it over there, man. I don't mind going over there and checking out San Diego. What about you, man?
Yeah, no doubt. It's been 2 years I've been there.
Yeah,
California.
man. Yeah, and about this time, it's beautiful over there, man. So, but so cool, man. Listen, you got anything last words you want to share before we are out?
Nah, sounds good to me.
Well, I appreciate you joining us, man, tonight. I appreciate you coming on and sharing a little insight. We'll have to do this again. Hopefully, it's under better circumstances, and
Yeah,
we get some good
absolutely.
news, right? So, appreciate you
Thanks
jumping
for
on,
having
man.
me.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys.
All right, guys, you heard it right there with Herschel Hudson, man. Join his group, Solar Mastermind. He's got a great group. He's right here in Florida as well. And don't forget, guys, to go to that website, Veto 741. It's all about banding together, joining together, and making sure that the governor knows we don't want this bill. Veto this bill. Mr. Sanchez, veto this bill, right? We got to get this bill taken care of. If we don't, guys, it will affect us negatively. I'm not here to give you bad news or negative news, but I got to tell you the truth. The truth is, this bill will affect the solar industry in Florida. Florida has been a great place to have a solar business or be in the solar business for the last 6 years strong. I know personally it has benefited me, my family, and many people that I've been associated with. And it would be a shame for it to go backwards, right? And I can tell you right now, we got to get together and we got to stand up to these greedy utility companies who have decided that they want to cut their losses when it comes to switching people to solar. And we need to stand up to this HB 741 bill. It was passed yesterday in the Florida House and the Florida Senate, and it's now on its way to the governor's desk for him to either veto or sign it. We need to speak up and tell him we don't want this bill to veto it. And so Friday, 11 a.m. in Lakeland, Florida, we have organized a conference, a press conference. We have invited the media, and we have got great response already from many of the media outlets. We anticipate many news stations and newspapers there. We want you guys to come and share what it is that you do, what you stand for, how this would impact you and your family, your business. We want solar company owners, installers, door-to-door people, whoever is in the solar industry. If you want to come and be a part of this press conference, please be there Friday at 11 o'clock here in Lakeland, and I'll give you the information where we're going to be at if you reach out to me. I appreciate you guys coming and watching this because we want to get the word out. Go to veto741.com and click on the link to email Governor DeSantis himself and say, look, we don't want this bill. It's a job killer. It's a homeowner's tax for those who are going solar and those who are not. Please veto this bill. And if we do this, I think, and enough people raise up, we could have a positive impact, guys. All right, until next time, this is Frank. Appreciate you watching. Be great, stay great, and always do great.